My point being, just let artists be artists and DEI will happen naturally. Stop right there. Hold on. Wait. Stop right there. Stop right there. Yo, what up, guys? It's the Gaming Zone, bringing you your daily gaming news. And today, we will be talking about a CEO at Moon Studio Games, the same studio that made the Ori series and a new game out called No Rest for the Wicked that is currently out in early access. He predicts that the AAA studios will continue to struggle, and we will be going over his comments today. So without further ado, let's get into it. No Rest for the Wicked developer predicts AAA video game developers will continue to struggle and explains why. No Rest for the Wicked developer Thomas Mahler shares his predictions that the AAA studio video game developers will continue to struggle. In a post to X, Mahler stated, "It is absolutely not a surprise to me that a lot of AAA studios have been struggling lately, and my prediction is that it won't really get better anytime soon." He then explains, "I know it sounds absurd, but most of the game studios out there that hit it big were at one point just a small group of passionate folks that wanted to make games a lot better. In a lot of the cases, they were just friends, and if they were lucky, they found out in the process that they could actually make a great team together. Then the games they created struck a chord, and now they scale up and become a massive studio," Mahler elaborated. "And then lots of other folks come in and demand this and that, and unknowingly change the culture and the approach, and then we suddenly wonder what happened to this or that great studio that always delivered in the past once they're not delivering the same quality products anymore, even though everything changed in their approach to making games." Next, he made an analogy to the Beatles. "I've compared companies to bands in the past because I think that analogy helps a lot of people understand that we're really dealing with the same issues here. Take the Beatles. They've become successful, but now their record company tells John, Paul, Ringo, and George how they should write their songs. And by the way, now they should also hire Lisa, Stuart, Shane, and Mary and have them be part of the songwriting team so they can produce more stuff. And of course, these new folks should have the same say because otherwise we might just face diversity issues. Does anybody really think we've gotten the same output they had by doing it this way? No, of course not. And it's not different for game studios or any other groups of talented people that produce art together," he declared. Mahler continued, "You have to keep that magic alive that make it all work in the first place. We're dealing with humans here, and all too often the industry seems to forget that." This prediction and his explanation came in the wake of explaining why he agrees with Elon Musk that DEI kills art. Mahler posted on X, "I never retweeted anything from Elon before because I am a game designer, but I very much agree with this statement. The problem with DEI isn't its principles, but in the way it's being implemented. Years before DEI became a thing, we had Quentin Tarantino, a white director, make a movie about badass black dude who's buddied up with a white dude. My point being, just let artists be artists and DEI will happen naturally." Stop right there. Hold on. Wait. Stop right there. Stop right there. DEI. This is the gist of what I get from DEI. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. And if you are implementing DEI, that means that you are forcing diversity, equity, and inclusion. So we can't have DEI happen naturally if you are forcing it. The term DEI is the forcefulness of diversity, equity, or inclusion. So I disagree with this term, but however, I do get what his sentiment is going forward. Ultimately, a good message has to come from the heart and not from indoctrination. Mahler had also previously declared that Moon Studios does not force DEI into his games. He wrote, "I'm still every now and then getting questions on whether we force DEI stuff into the games we're making. So let me make it clear once and for all. Absolutely not. I find that entire approach perverted. I am an artist. I would rather quit than have someone else tell me how we should do our art," he explained. "That will make a mockery out of everything I believe in." Mahler continued, "I've been very outspoken on how I feel about consulting, and I still very strongly feel that if people haven't lived the process and don't have to think about the issues at hand 24/7, they will always deliver worse work than those who do. When it comes to stories we're telling, I always approach it from a human angle first and foremost, and let the story tell me where it needs to go. If it tickles me to have a gay character in our story and I feel like the character could be fascinating, then I will push for that. But I would never make a character gay simply because some outside party told me that it's hip to do so and that we might face backlash if we don't, he shared. Art fundamentally doesn't work that way. And I 100% agree. Once you start forcing and implementing things into art, it's no longer art, in my opinion. Everyone has stories inside of them that are based on experiences that they went through in their lives. And to me, what elevates art beyond just craft is when you reflect enough to know who you are and then let those stories out, because those experiences that you live through are most likely experiences that other people can relate to, that will speak to them in a profound manner, he wrote, because they're real. Ori and the Blind Forest in many ways was about me reflecting on what it was like to see my father dying of cancer when I was 10 and being grateful to my mom, he shared. Wisp, on the other hand, was written when we all started to have kids in the studio and imagining what it was like to have a kid with a disability. I wrote the first draft on No Rest for the Wicked quite some time ago, and that also came from a very specific place, he added. Mahler then concluded, I hope that clarifies it for everyone. I've had to learn the hard way what it means to be an artist, and I'd never let anyone take that away from me. Wow. If you ask me, that was actually a pretty powerful read. I wouldn't say he was going in on anyone. At least he wasn't going in on anyone specific, but he definitely laid out something that a lot of people are missing, and that's just being genuine and just telling a story for the story and not because of some initiative or whatever the hell the case may be, right? But that's all that I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. If you made it this far and you liked the video, please hit that subscribe button and please hit that like button. If you made it this far and you didn't like what you heard, go ahead and hit that dislike button. It's cool. I am the Gaming Zon, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Peace.